Okay, what is the atomic number of carbon? Atomic mass number is 12. Atomic number? Okay. Next. What is okay? I gave you the classification. Carbon can be divided into saturated and unsaturated. Under saturated, what things will come? Alkane. And under unsaturated, alkene and okay. So single bond, double bond, triple bond. Wait a minute. No one else will speak. Yes, Manish, batao. If it is triple bond, is it saturated or unsaturated? Okay. Next. Next कौन बताएगा? Yes, Tushar, tell me. If it is double bond, is it saturated or unsaturated? And if it is single bond? Saturated. Okay. So now from here onwards, these things are important. See, we have seen these things. Open chain, closed chain, everything. Methane, ethane, propane, butane, ये सब देखा था हमने, right? So look at this. We'll start from this today here. Okay, first today let us study something about methane and methyl alcohol. Alcohol is in what state? Gaseous state or liquid state? Alcohol is in liquid state. Okay. So now let us try to understand this. Methane. How many carbon you can see? How many carbon? वो फैन कम करो. Last fan reduce करो उसको. 2 में रखो speed. Reduce that in 2. You can see here 1 carbon and hydrogen. How many hydrogen you can see? 4 hydrogen you can see, right? Okay, so is it single bond or double bond or triple bond? Yes? Single bond. Okay, so now look at this. So here you have C and H4. So this the formula becomes CH4. Now instead of 1H, I remove this 1H and I replace it by OH. What is OH? Alcohol. OH becomes alcohol. So now this becomes methyl alcohol. It becomes what? Methyl alcohol. Okay. So are the two compounds same? Are they both same? No. Why? Because methane is CH4. It is a gas. Yes or no? And this one CH3OH is a liquid. Okay. Now, suppose if I ask you questions on environmental biology or environmental chemistry, tell me what is CFC? Tell loudly. HFC, hydro, and KFC. Yeah. Which among the following is not an pollutant of atmosphere? KFC. Okay. Why? Because KFC is a food outlet. Okay. Latest news: those who go to McDonald's, from now onwards, you will not be served tomatoes. Tomatoes has been cancelled. Why? Yeah. But McDonald's is telling the quality of tomatoes is not good in India. You understand? समझ में आ रहा है? Fine. So this is one thing. Next, there are two types of people in this world. People those who eat veg and those who eat non-veg. Okay, so who are responsible for polluting this global environment? Yes, veg or non-veg? Veg. Why veg? Yeah, why non-veg? Huh? Because of killing. Okay, methane gas is coming out. Okay, good, correct idea. Next, some people they say those who are vegetarian they are responsible for global warming. Yes, justify yourself. Yes, yes, fertilizers, correct. See, which country is the largest polluting country in the world? Which country? Which country in the world is responsible for the global warming? Yes, answer is India. What is that? But according to Western countries. Why India is blamed? Because the Western countries like America and European countries they say Indians are eating rice. That's why they are pollutant. What we are eating? Rice. Now tell me why. See, have you seen the rice cultivation? They always that field will be full of water. Correct. So from there is a gas coming out. That gas is methane gas. Which gas is this? CH4 is coming. CFC, HFC, CH4, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, these are all the gases responsible for the global warming. Do you understand? So the NASA is having a satellite. What this NASA did, they did just an mapping of the methane gas. Which country in the world is having the maximum amount of methane gas? The answer is India and China. So now the world countries, they told India and China, you have to stop eating rice. Because of you only the global temperature is increasing. Now, you know, India and China, are we friends or enemy? Enemies, but now we become friends. Okay, we are no gathering, no joining hands together and fighting against the US. Okay, so this is how this is in your school textbooks, methane, okay, methyl alcohol. But this in exam they will ask you application oriented questions. Okay, so this is your knowledge. Writing in exams will give you 2 marks. But if you know why this is happening, what is happening, that is your knowledge. That will help you in the future for survival. So OH is nothing but alcohol, correct? Functional group. Now look at this. The atom or a group of atom present in the molecule which determines the characteristic property of organic compound is called as the functional group. We have different functional group like alcohol, ketone, aldehyde, etc. So we'll see this one by one. Be ready to take down and draw the diagram. So look at this functional group. Now here general formula is alkane. Look here. First, okay, I'll give you time to write. CnH2n plus 1. Functional group will come here with the help of the diagram, and here there will be an example. So let us see the first compound here. Alcohol. What is the functional group of alcohol? OH. Did you all understand? Okay. So now what is this R? R is nothing but the root word. Okay, carbon, hydrogen. We are watching a chapter called as hydrocarbons. So definitely carbon and hydrogen, both of them will be there. Okay, so look at this. CH3COOH. This is what? Methyl alcohol. We have seen this just now. Let us see the next compound. Okay, see, this is methyl alcohol and this is ethyl alcohol. Why it is methyl and why it is ethyl? Here how many carbon I have? 1. So that is why it is meth. METH. Here how many carbon I have? 2. It is it. ETH. If it is 3, it becomes prop. If it is 4, it becomes but. Meth, eth. Okay. Examination question. Which gas is present in your cylinder? Which gas is present in the LPG cylinder? LPG gas or Bharat gas? Yeah, which gas is present in your LPG cylinder? Sir, I have Indian gas only, so Indian gas is present. Something like that? Yes. So this is what hydrocarbon. Okay, we'll see this one by one. After the slides get over, I'll tell you how the questions are asked. Carboxylic acid, this is the functional group. C double bond O. O is oxygen and OH is alcohol. So C double bond O. And one thing you keep in mind, the valency of carbon is 4. That means it can take 4 electrons and it can give 4 electrons. So look at this, how many dash you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means carbon is fulfilled here. And this dash here, one of the root will come here. So RCOOH. So when you write the chemical formula, you are going to use COOH. When you draw the diagram, you will draw like this. You understand? And then we have made it, okay, like this. How to name it? These all things we are going to see this in detail. CH3COOH, is it? It is acetic acid. Now what is the applications of acetic acid? It will be used in pickles for preservatives. Okay, next. Aldehydes. See, then you have single bond H and you have double bond O. Okay, so like this. And then you have ketones. Look at this, how I am writing ketone. You have double bond O. Do you understand? Okay, and this is how you are going to write it. So all I want in your notebook, this compounds, this formulas and this diagram in your notebook. Quick. Completed? सामने बैठो, ये चेयर लेके इधर बैठो, ये चेयर लेके नीचे रखो, इधर बैठो. हो गया? Okay. Those who have finished, I'll ask you this. I want this formula. Alcohol means OH, carboxylic acid means COOH, aldehyde means CHO, ketones means this. Okay. Start by having that. Quick. Which one? Ketones. Last one. This one. Just write ketones. Okay. This is the symbol. This will be like CHO. You should just know that if there is aldehyde, you have to write CHO. Within next few slides, you'll get the idea. Okay, what is happening here? Ready? Manish Pinadi chair irka? Extra chairs are there? Okay. Okay, now tell me, if I want to write alcohol, what will be the two chairs for it? Yes? OH. Okay, aldehyde, ketone. Okay, so this four we are going to see this in detail. Now look at this now. Ready? Nomenclature. IUPAC system. IUPAC stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry System. There is a way that I have to give the names for it. Okay, so now look at this. Alkanes, single bond, that is saturated carbon. ठीक है ना? So R stands for root. R stands for what? Root. Prefix, that is pre means before. Pre means what? Before. And suffix means what? After. So look at this, how I am going to give the names for some of the chemicals now here. Root indicates the nature of the number of carbon atoms. If I give you a diagram, first thing you have to count how many carbon we have. Okay, Pawan, how many carbon we have? That you have to count first. Next, look at this. If I have one carbon, the name will start from what? Meth. If I have two carbon, the name will start from eth. Three carbon, pro, bute, pent, hex, hept, oct. Then you have 9 means non and 10 means dec. Okay. So first thing you have to keep in mind root. Okay. Next, after that, okay, now look at this. Halogen. What is the meaning of halogen? If I told you about the element table, right? The 17th column, you have chlorine, bromine, iodine, chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, yes or no? Whichever element ends with INE, you can just write down in your notebook, halogens. Write down chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine. Halogens, 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 put a dash, chlorine, 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 fluorine, bromine, iodine. These are all halogens. Never forget this. And the valence is 1. That means you can write down the valence is 1. They require one electron to be stable. They will take one electron. They will take one electron. लिख दिया सभी ने? Yes, Altaf written? Okay, tell me what you have written. Chlorine, chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, so here prefix and suffix. What is written in this column here? Prefix. Now in a chemical equation, if you see halogens, you have to write it before. Prefix matlab pehle aana chahiye. For let us see this example. Okay, look at this now. Okay, look at this carefully. Meth, eth, prop, bute, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, and dec. So look at this now. Okay, how many carbon you can see? Two carbon you can see. So what it will be? Meth or eth? Eth. Then you have to check. Is there any halogens here? What is that halogen? Cl. Cl means what? Chlorine. Whenever there is halogen, you have to put that name before or after. Before. Prefix or suffix? Prefix. So this becomes chloro. This becomes what? The first word will come as chloro. After that, how many carbon you have? Two. And then you check, is it single bond or double bond or triple bond? Tell loudly. Okay, so single bond means ANE, ENE or YL? ANE. So the name becomes chloroethanol. The name becomes सॉरी इथेनॉल नहीं इथेन क्लोरोइथेन सॉरी क्लोरो समझ में आया सपोज यहाँ पे बी आर लिखा होगा तो क्या होगा ब्रोमीन अगर एफ लिखा तो क्या होगा फ्लोरीन आई लिखा तो क्या होगा आयोडीन सो आयोडो इथेन फ्लोरो इथेन you have to check whether it is single bond double bond or triple bond okay now tell me for this now wait a minute look at this I'll ask anyone that candidate should answer it रुको yes तुषार एक मिनट ब्रोबो is it right now first we have to check whether it is halogen yes bromine is there so what you will write bromo okay bromo ब्रो भी लिखना है मो भी लिखना है खाली ब्रो नहीं लिखना ठीक है ओके कितना कार्बन है इसमें 3 कार्बन सो 3 कार्बन मतलब कितना आएगा प्रो सो क्या होगा bromo propane bromo propane next alcohol if there is alcohol suffix means whatever carbon you have in the end you will write ol ethanol methanol okay butanol in the end you will write ol did you all understand okay look at this okay how many carbon we have now 1 2 3 4 4 means what bute but here what is there oh means what alcohol suffix in the end I have to write so can I write butanol that's it okay next aldehyde suffix what is that al in the end you will write al okay now look at this now count how many carbons you have 3 carbons see double dash o you have written that double dash o now in your notebook right so if there is double dash o what does it mean it is an aldehyde okay if it is cho it is ketone okay that thing you have written now here अभी 3 कार्बन है मतलब क्या होगा प्रो okay 1 2 3 so क्या होगा propane but this is double dash o al and single bond or double bond no carbon with hydrogen it is single bond this double o don't consider this as double bond this is nothing but aldehyde this double c double bond o is aldehyde but rest of the carbon is what single bond so what happens this is nothing but propanol क्या हो जाएगा propanol did you all understand okay so have you taken do you want to take this down yeah you can keep in mind right okay next ketone suffix what will be the suffix one okay now look at this how many carbon 1 2 3 4 so what will come bute but here you have see double bond o then h ketone ka diagram you have drawn it right now correct now so what happens butanon one will be in the end one will be in the end okay next carboxylic acid very important carboxylic acid suffix you will write oic acid in the end of the name you will write what oic acid so look at this now here how many carbons you have 3 carbons and what is this now carboxylic acid right so now functional group of carboxylic acid 3 carbon hai so what happens propanoic acid okay double bond now look at this double bond hoga to kya ho jayega ene so till this we have seen just alkanes we have just seen alkane so now here we'll see alkene and then we'll see alkyl double bond triple bond okay something like that look at this now alkene look at this double bond है यहाँ पे so क्या हो जाएगा count how many carbon you have 5 carbon okay and then 5 carbon means what happens pentene pentene okay pantene नहीं pantene shampoo हो जाएगा हम्म, वो उसके हिसाब से नाम चेंज होगा अभी इधर डबल बॉन्ड सी के जगह में डबल बॉन्ड उसके बाद ओ एच आ गया तो पेंटानॉल हो जाएगा ओके लाइक दैट्स इट किसमें ईएनई हाँ ओके so that time the name will change we'll see that one by one we'll see that ठीक है next अभी YNE ट्रिपल बॉन्ड मतलब YNE खाली आपको ये याद रखना है कि फंक्शनल ग्रुप में कैसा नाम लिखना है बस so now in exam what happens they will go in reverse way suppose if I give you CH3COOH what is that COOH acidic acid but that COOH is a function. Okay, so like that you have to go back. Now look at this butane. Okay. Okay, now tell me what is this? Tell me the formulas quickly. Double bond ho matlab check your notebook. You have drawn the diagram, no? Tell me the name. Ethanol. But OH नहीं है ना? AL. AL correct. Ethanol. It is not ethanol. NOL आया तो it will be wrong. ठीक है? Next. Yes, formula. Myth. That is one carbon, so it is myth. Okay. This is OL, so now this becomes methanol. Did you all understand? Okay, now tell me for this. Chlorine, halogen is there, correct? So first you will write chloro, and how many carbon you have? 6 means what? Hex. And is it single bond or double bond? So in the end you have to write ANE. So what happens? Answer is chlorohexane. Okay, that's it. Now look at this. How many carbon? First count how many carbon? 3. So what happens? Prop will come. Now tell me, is it single bond, double bond, or triple bond? Triple bond. So what will come in the end? YL, YNE. Sorry, YL will be that. Okay, समझ में आया? Okay, so done. That's it. So if you can do this, now look at this diagrams which I'm showing on the screen. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Got it? Are they all same or they are all different? How many carbons you have in each? Correct? And same way the hydrogen will be. So what we think all the chemicals are same. That's wrong. Okay? So look at this. Count the number of carbon and hydrogen atoms in all the structure. 5 carbons and 12 hydrogen in each case. So molecular formula is what? C5H12. C5H12. So are all the structures same? No, it's not same. Okay. So what compounds are these? We have to give names now. Now how to give the names? That is what is the biggest challenge. Okay. So compounds with the identical molecular formula but different structures are called as what? Isomers. Examination question. What is isomers? Take down this definition quickly. Isomers. The structure is different but the formula is same. So that time it is called as isomers. Written? Okay, ready? Okay, look here now. Isomerism, this is called as isomerism. So how to identify straight and branch chains? Very important. There are two types of carbon compounds, straight chain and the branch chain. So branches are never on the first and the last carbon. I will give you 5 carbons, 6 carbons, any number of carbon. The first carbon and the last carbon will never have branches. That is the first idea that you have to keep in mind. So look at this now. Identify which structure is a branch chain. I told you the first and the last carbon will not have branches. That means it is a straight chain. So look at this. Okay. This is a straight chain. Do you understand? Next. Okay, look at this. The branch is seen on the last carbon of a straight chain. So what does it mean? Is it a straight chain or a branch chain? Straight chain. The last carbon के ऊपर hydrogen, any branch should not be there. Next. Yes. The branch is seen on the first and the last carbon, so it is a straight chain. You all understand? Okay. Next. Look at this. The first and the last carbon should not have any branches. So it is a straight chain. Now look at this. Why do you say it is branched? Yes. Now this is the chain, but in middle there is a carbon which has a branch. So this one, the first chain, the first carbon and the last carbon should not have the branches, but the middle one can have the branches. So that is why it is called as what? Branched chain. You all understand? Okay. Next. Tell me, is it a straight chain or a branch chain? So this is okay, straight chain, and then you have the branch in the center. So this is a branch chain. Now if you understand the straight chain and branch chain, you can easily write the names of any carbon hydrocarbons name. You can write any name. Okay, so that is why I went little slow. Look at this. Structures of isomers of propane. Isomers means what? Yes. Now look at this. Propane. Prop means how many carbons you'll have? Three. And ane means what? Single bond. So look at this. How many carbon I have? Three. And then you have single bond. Look at this. One, two, three. Three carbons, and I have the same number of hydrogen isomers. Okay. So this is what is known as the isomerism. Okay, na? Next. Here there's a question. Draw all the possible isomers of pentane and write their IUPAC and general names. Let me see whether you do it. Okay, ready? Just look at this. Without pen and paper, you can solve it. How many carbons? Keep this in mind. ठीक है ना? You have to tell me the name. Yes? Shall we check? It's right. Pentane is the answer. ठीक है? Hmm. What is that? Two? Five carbons? So here what you're going to do, select the straight chain having maximum carbon. Okay, so you have to, maximum carbon means how much? You get four. Okay, next look at this. Four carbon you are going to select. Next, name the branch chain as a alkyl according to the number of carbons. Okay, so the branch chain is from 2. Okay, now look at this. Methyl butane. समझ में आया? Why it is but? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many carbon? 4 carbon. Single bond or double bond? That's why I am writing butane. Do you understand? Okay, now look at this. This one is branched. Okay, so how many carbon is branched here? Here only one carbon, so that's why I'm writing myth. I'm writing what? Myth. Okay, and then I write YL, methyl, because it is in the this form, no, CH3 form. इधर देखो ना, ये CH3 हो जाएगा ना, समझ में आया? अब that will be like what we can say a double bond kind of thing. C and C double bond kind of thing. धीरे धीरे समझ में आएगा. Just look at this now. Okay, how many carbons? 5. So what will come? Pent will come. But now I remove this one carbon and I add here. Okay, I'm going to remove 2 carbons now, imagine, and I add it here. So first your eye should be on the longest chain. So what is the longest chain? You're going horizontal or going vertical? Try to be horizontal. Okay, so how many carbons you have? Okay, so look at this. Okay, the now look, it is like this. So first let me take this as a chain. ठीक है ना? So how many carbon I have? 1, 2, 3. So क्या हो जाएगा? Prop. Is it single bond or double bond or triple bond? So the last word will be propane. Okay, now you see the branches. Here also you have, here also you have. Neopentane. Name the branch chain as alkyl. You have to name the branch chain as the alkyl according to the number of carbons. So how many carbons you have? Yes. So answer is dimethyl. Here you have CH3. Here you have CH3. So here one CH3, here one CH3. That's why it is what? Dimethyl. And in the end it will be pentane. Dimethyl, sorry, propane. 3, no? Propane. Got it? This is how you are going to name it. So like this we have, okay. So look at this. How many carbons I have? 1, 2, 3. So I will write what? Pro. Single bond or double bond? Single bond. So the last word will be propane. CH3. C is how many carbon I have? 1. So that's why it becomes what? Meth. And I'll write YL. Methyl propane. What is that here? Still we have to do many things in detail. 2 comma, 3 comma. Okay, ISO. वो सब आता है वो हम देखेंगे. So this is like little basics. Okay, now tell me the name for this. Br. Br is halogen. Yes. So what you will write first? Bromo. Next. How many carbons you have? 3. Okay, and single bond or double bond? Single bond. So A. So what happens? The name. See, the longest chain has 3 carbons. The parent alkane is propane. The functional group is halogen. So halogen में bromine आता है तो bromo लिखेंगे हम. So prefix will be what? Bromo. So what the name will be? Bromo, propane. That's it. Now tell me for this now. Those who can do it, just do it in your mind. Don't tell the answers. Don't tell the answers. I want someone, I'll ask someone, that candidate should tell me the answer. इधर आओ वैष्णव, इधर आओ. Last guy. Come here. Try to be little early. Already you are late. Every day 6 you are coming. Try to be little early. Yes. Who is ready to tell the answer? Yes, just with that tell me. Is it right? So longest chain I am going to select. It has 4 carbons. Parent alkane will be butane because 4 carbons. So but it will be. Functional group is alcohol. So the suffix will be what? OL. So what happens here? Butane. It will be butanol. Is it right? Answer is butanol. That's it. Now tell me for this now. Double bond. Longest carbon chain we have 4. Parent alkane is butane, but functional group is alkene because it is which bond here? Double bond. Saturated or unsaturated? Unsaturated. So what happens? Suffix will be ene. So answer will be butane ki jagah mein butene. Now tell me for this now. Candidate should raise. Wait. Candidate should raise your hand. Wait. Don't tell the answer. Just Tanushri try. எத்தனை கார்பன்ஸ் இருக்கு கவுண்ட் பண்ணி சொல்லு டக்குன்னு. 6. அப்ப பேர் என்ன வரும்? Yeah. Tell me meet eat what is that? Tell me till 10. Pent. Next. Hexagon. You know hexagon. How many sides hexagon has? 6. So hex. So what is the answer here guys? Chlorohexane. Let us check. Longest chain has 6. Parent alkane is hexane. Functional group is halo. Prefix will be chloro. So answer is chlorohexane. Okay. Now tell me for this. It is branched or unbranched? कोई अनब्रांच बोल रहा है पीछे से. Answer. So first you are going to check. Yes, Tushar, tell me. No? Okay, तो longest chain हमारा हो जाएगा कितना? This is the longest chain. Yes or no? Everyone has considered like this. So what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both side we have 5. Okay, both the side we have 5. So the longest chain has 5. You have to check first which is the longest chain. Parent alkane will be pentane. Functional group is alkyl. Okay, because it is C2H5. Okay, इधर क्या हो जाता है? C2H5. Okay, so suffix will be ethyl, C2H5, and this becomes pentane. Ethyl, pentane. Okay. Now tell me for this. Longest chain is 1. So double O and H. C double and O. What is that? So if the functional group is carbolic acid, the name will be prefix or suffix? Suffix. What it will be? Oic acid. What is that? Oic acid. So what is this acid? Methanoic. Answer is methanoic acid. Correct. Did you all understand? Yes. Okay. Look at this now. The same things repeats here. Molecular mass. How to calculate the molecular mass? Now, for example, CH4. We are talking about CH4. ठीक है ना? Carbon and hydrogen 4. So molecular mass of carbon. This is molecular mass of carbon is 12 and molecular mass of hydrogen is like 1. Okay. So how many carbon I have here? Tell me loudly. 1. So I will write 12 into 1. How many hydrogen I have here? 4. That's the reason I'll write 1 into 4. So 12 into 1 is 12. 4 into 1 is 4. So 12 plus 4, 16. So the molecular mass of methane is 16. Do you understand? This is how you are going to calculate. So can you calculate for C2H6 now? Quick. Do it fast. Don't tell the answer. Notebook में करो. फटाफट करके बताओ मुझे. C2 मतलब कितना हो गया? 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. Look at this, those who didn't get it. So here you have molecular mass of C2H6 down in this box. You just look at this now. So I'm going to write 12 into 2 plus 1 into 6. It becomes 24 plus 6 is how much? 30. Okay, so like that, can you calculate for propane? Then you have butane. Okay, all these things. You have to calculate the molecular mass. Okay, now the problem with our system is that the most boring subject in science is chemistry. Correct? Yes. Whether it is okay. 11th and 12th. Look here. 11th and 12th. What happens? The most dry you cannot comprehend. Your brain will not understand what's happening in the subject because nobody will teach you what you should do in the laboratory. Do you understand? So have you heard about Avogadro number? Okay. So what happens? Only when you know to calculate the molecular mass, you can design a tablet. You know paracetamol. So all these tablets are made in laboratory. So they will take gram, milligram, very less they will take and they will experiment on it. So the chemist, they will do this kind of experiment. ठीक है ना? Now for example, tell me, people are addicted towards the cough syrup. Have you ever seen people getting addicted towards cough syrup? Maybe our father or grandfather, someone like that, they always search for a cough syrup. Why? Because they are not able to sleep. They are not suffering from cough, but they will say that எனக்கு தூக்கம் வரல நான் cough syrup குடிக்க போறேன். Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me. Yes, because cough syrup has what? Alcohol. So how many of you drank alcohol in your life? All. Yeah. उसमें अल्कोहल है ना? हाँ, फिर मम्मी को बोला मम्मी मैंने दारू पिया है. हाँ? हाँ? Do you understand? Yes. मम्मी बोलेंगे, या मम्मी बोलेंगे पिया नहीं पिलाया मैंने तुमको. ठीक है? Okay, listen here now. So the chemicals which you use, listen here. The chemicals which you use is all on this. For example, you are using a spray, axe spray. What are the flavors you have in axe spray? Yeah, chocolate hai. Next. Yeah, next. Okay, next. Green color नहीं. Okay, fine. चलो अगरबत्ती का बात करेंगे. We'll talk about अगरबत्ती. You know अगरबत्ती? Okay. Can anyone tell? जिसको आंसर आता है हाथ ऊपर करो. Those who know the answer, raise your hand. What is the name of agarbatti in English? Wait. Agarbatti in English. Yeah. एक minute. Yes, Tinku, tell me. Yeah. Incense. Next. Stick आना चाहिए. वो होगा अगरबत्ती. Okay, incense stick. So next time when you go to a shop, D Mart or any big mart, don't go and ask agarbatti. Just go and ask incense. What is that? Incense stick. Okay, CESS करके आएगा. Now look at this. उसमें अलग अलग fragrance होता है. Mogra, rose. Lysol which you use. Okay, now how these people are making it? It is all chemist. Okay, these are all two types of carbon we have: aromatic carbon, aliphatic carbon. Aroma, what is meant by aroma? Smell. Okay, so this is all, it is done in laboratory. You understand? So everything is possible only when you know chemistry. Next, when you go for a dance bar or something like that, from the stage some smoke will keep coming out. Even nowadays this is a common thing in marriages. I've seen it, and husband and wife, they are going to come and smoke is going to come out. So what is that smoke? टायर जलाते हैं? फिर क्या जलाते हैं? केरोसिन किसके ऊपर डालते हैं? या after marriage husband and wife will put kerosene on them, that's different. I'm talking about during marriage. Yeah, have you? Yeah. Okay, have you? Okay, this question let me ask you. Imagine you might have seen, people they drink something in glass and the smoke keep coming out. White smoke keep coming out and they drink. Yeah. What is that? Right. What is dry ice? Don't talk here. Okay, listen here. Listen here. Some things you have to keep in mind. Dry ice is nothing but solid carbon dioxide. Every time in UPSC NDA question paper they will ask you what is dry ice. Answer is solid carbon dioxide. Solid. What is carbon dioxide? Is it good for health or bad for health? So if you drink solid carbon dioxide, what will happen? Die. So that is not there in your glass. It is liquid nitrogen. What is that? Liquid nitrogen. So liquid nitrogen, it will be a freezing state, and you just keep it in open state, it will become a smoke, white smoke. So the in the dance bar or anywhere you go, when you can see the white smoke coming out, that is all liquid nitrogen. So this was practiced in many places, and nowadays if you go, it is banned. The Supreme Court has put a ban on this smoke kind of activities. So nowadays you cannot see people drinking with smoke coming out from the glass because it is banned. ठीक है? Yeah. Biscuit? नहीं नहीं. Okay, so remember this. Abhi, that is very dangerous for your health. Okay, so if you don't know chemistry, it's very difficult for you to survive. Next, we will talk about the soap. Okay, all these things in detail. So this is aromatic. This is stepping stone for your chemistry. अगर ये समझ में आ गया तो आपको आगे का chemistry easy लगेगा. Alcohol, the functional group is OH. The general formula is CnH2n plus 1 and OH. Methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol. In this, which alcohol is good? Sir, I never drank it. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah. The second one. Okay. Is it good or bad? Good. Okay. Fine. So look at this. You might have heard some states will have desi daru. Desi daru. Correct. Desi daru में क्या होता है? Listen here. Now tell me the companies which manufactured this brewing industries. How these alcohols are prepared? Tell me first. Fermentation. Which animal is used for fermentation? Pig. Yeah. Which animal is used? Yeah.